Hey guys, today we're going to talk about safety tools. Now I'm not talking about high-vis vests and hard hats for falling dice. So when the DM is coming up with plans and either choosing a module or writing their own homebrew setting, they obviously need to take things into account like who's going to be at their table. If you're DMing a group for your local elementary school, you're not going to want to do a grimdark horror campaign that has all sorts of gore. But even playing with adults, DMs should be aware what kind of content their players are okay with. Some are totally fine with blood and guts and gore, but trying to seduce the innkeeper, they start getting squeamish. There are all sorts of things that could set people off. Romance, kidnapping, SA, dead parents, dead kids, lost kids, child abuse. I heard a story recently where a group was sent out to find a man's son, been turned into a vampire, and they didn't realize, and they killed him. And one of the players fell out of their chair crying because only a year prior he had lost his son. Now that's not the DM's fault. It's not the player's fault for not coming forward and saying, hey, before we start this game, there are forms and questionnaires available online for figuring out what your players are comfortable with. There are Google Docs that are shareable with your party, and they can be filled out anonymously. This would be something you would have your players fill out before session 0. Then at session 0, discuss what all is on the table. Maybe there's something somebody forgot to mention. There's also the X card system, which is great considering D&D is all about improvisation and not knowing exactly where you're going. This is basically a token or just an index card with an X-tron on it. If they feel uncomfortable with put it on the table, no explanation needed. Just change the subject, go somewhere else. Or if you have a smaller table, you can have one in the center of the table and the players can tap it or point to it. The biggest thing here is if somebody says, hey, I'm not comfortable, don't ask the person why. A lot more people have been affected by violence and abuse than most people realize. It's definitely a widespread issue, and it's not one that we like to talk about. In the end, D&D should be inclusive. If a party wants to play a dark, gritty campaign that involves spouses murdering spouses and orphans drinking blood, that's fine as long as all the players are in on it. But if somebody isn't comfortable with something, it shouldn't preclude them from enjoying the game. I just lost the game. This video turned out longer than I was expecting it to. It's a really important subject matter to me. I grew up surrounded by the culture of get over it, walk it off, too thin-skinned. Hell, up until college, I was telling dead baby jokes and then making fun of people who weren't comfortable with them because they had kids. Now I've got 2 kids, and so be empathetic, be kind. Thanks for sticking with me. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.